Good morning, everyone. I wanted to start today with a song. So you don't have to stand up, but it is a song that probably many of you have heard. There's a short Pixar animated film that goes along with it. So if you know the words, please sing along from the beginning. And it's a fairly repetitive song. So if you don't know the words at the beginning, probably from like the beginning of the second verse, you'll be able to sing along. So please, so follow along if you don't know it, and then start singing. If you think you got the hang of it, it'll be more fun if everyone sings. We got more requests for my ukulele, so I picked a long song so y'all get sick of it and stop asking. Living all alone in the middle of the sea. He sat high above his bay, watching all the couples play, wishing that he had someone too. And from his lava came this song of hope that he sang out loud every day for years and for years. I have a dream I hope will come true, that you're here with me and I'm here with you. I wish that the earth, sea and sky up above will send me someone to love. Years of singing all alone turned his lava into stone until he was on the brink of extinction. But little did he know that living in the sea below, another volcano was listening to his song. Every day she heard his tune, her lava grew and grew because she believed his song was meant for her. Now she was so ready to meet him above the sea as he sang his song of hope for the last time. I have a dream I hope will come true, that you're here with me and I'm here with you. I wish that the earth, sea and sky up above will send me someone to love. Rising from the sea below stood a lovely volcano, looking all around, but she could not see him. He tried to seem to let her know that she was not there alone, but with the lava, his song was all gone. He filled the sea with his tears and watched his dreams disappear as she remembered what his song meant to her. I have a dream I hope will come true, that you're here with me and I'm here with you. I wish that the earth, sea and the sky up above will send me someone to love. Oh, they were so happy feet finally meet above the sea. All together now, their lava grew and grew. No longer are they all alone, with aloha, their new home. And when you visit them, this is what they sing. I have a dream I hope will come true, that you'll grow with me, and I'll grow with you. We thank the earth, sea, the sky, we thank too. I love you. I love you. I love you. All right, thank you so much, everyone, for helping me. And thank you, Magneta, for stealing my laptop. So, how many of you heard that song before? Very good. How many of you have seen the animated short? Nice. All right. So, there's these two volcanoes. For everyone who has not seen it, just kind of a quick recap. There's two volcanoes. So there's one, and he's by himself. Then he sings this song because he hopes that someone will hear it. And eventually there is another volcano that comes up, and then as she comes up, he goes down, he gets sad, he cries, and it makes him go even further down the ocean, but then he comes back. And then it's happy, and they live happily ever after. So, with this first volcano, thank you again so much for helping me. I'll ask you to help me a little bit more. This first volcano, how would you describe it? Yeah, you don't have to raise your hand, just yell it out. Go ahead. Sad and lonely? Lonely. Depressed? Depressed. What was that? He had hope. Oh, yes, he had hope. What was that? Oh, helpful? Helpful. Very helpful. Yes, very good. Over here? Lonely. Yes. Okay. I got a lot of lonelies. Got like sad, depressed. I think that's a pretty good description of that volcano. He was all by himself, so he was very sad and he was very lonely. How many of you have ever been lonely in your life? Oh wow, not as many hands as I expected. Well, for those of you who haven't been lonely, it's terrible. But being lonely is one of the 5 things that is said within Buddhism to happen to all people. All humans are subject to feeling lonely. That we're going to be apart from our loved ones at some point in our life. So this is one of the inevitabilities of being a human being, of being alive, is that we will end up being lonely. Now, this is of course not a great feeling for any of us that have felt it before. And the reality is that everyone feels this way. So everyone, I think, if you think about yourself and you felt lonely, that's a terrible feeling. But how many of you have thought about how everyone else is also lonely? How many of you have really thought, oh, other people? Okay, good. Then you're much further along in your spiritual journey than I was. But yeah, so there's this idea that within Buddhism that we're all here together, that we're all connected, that we all feel the same things. So if we feel lonely, that means that everyone else is lonely. Now, the remedy of that is, of course, for people to be around us, right? But not just anybody. Not these people who don't necessarily know us, they don't talk to us, but these people who care about us, right? Or, as the song said, the people who love you. So, I would like to try a little bit of an exercise here, and I would like each of you to turn to your neighbor, and you can turn to both neighbors if you want to, and look at them in the eyes and tell them, I love you. All right, we'll bring it back. I think I heard somebody say they love their hair. which is also important. You should love yourself. You should love your hand. All hands are beautiful. But how did that feel? Did that feel okay? It was weird. Yeah. Also, I apologize if you came here in a committed relationship and you haven't said that to each other yet. You have a very awkward conversation on the way. But the way that we can stop this feeling of loneliness within ourselves is to look to other people and for us to express our compassion to them and for them to express their compassion to us. It's not always within this frame of just saying something, like saying I love you. You know, you could say I love you without meaning it, and you could also say I love you and the other person wouldn't necessarily feel it. There's many different ways for us to show how much we care about each other, but the important thing is that we are trying to show it. So within our sect of Buddhism, within Jodo Shinshu, we have the main teaching, which is the teaching of the Nembutsu. Now, the Nembutsu was chosen by our founder, Shinran Shonin, because it encapsulated everything that was necessary. So all of the important teachings, all the important values, all of the virtues is within this single Naumami Daibutsu. That's why it's very difficult to explain, that's why it's very difficult to teach, that's why it's very difficult to understand, because there's so much in it. You get so many different ways of understanding it that it's hard to pinpoint it down to just one thing. But it's incredible because it can mean so many things. And I think that the heart and the spirit of this song is really within Naumami Daibutsu. And there's two ways that we interact with Naumami Daibutsu. It's when we say it, of course, but also when we hear it. And this can be a little bit complicated, so if you don't understand it, that's okay. Maybe it'll make a little bit more sense later, but I'll put it in these terms right now. So there's two ways of interacting. You say it, and you hear it. When you hear it, it's Amida Buddha, it's infinite wisdom and compassion speaking to us. So when we sing Naumami Daibutsu, we say, I'm lonely, I'm capable of suffering. And when we hear Naumami Daibutsu, we hear that all beings are lonely, all beings are capable of suffering. When we say Naumami Daibutsu, we say, I love you. I care about you, I care about other people, I care about myself, I care about these beings together. And when we hear Naumami Daibutsu, it's all the beings saying, we also care about you. We also care about all beings. Let's all do it together. So, hopefully, when you say Naumami Daibutsu, you can think a little bit of this. Maybe you listen to the song, and you're going to sing yourself, Naumami Daibutsu. Or not. But hopefully this helps you with a little bit of your understanding of it in more of a kind of fun and upbeat way. So if you could please join me in Gassho. Naumami Daibutsu. Naumami Daibutsu. Naumami Daibutsu.